Hi, everybody. Welcome to day 9 of Feel to Heal. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for showing up for yourself. Today, the topic for today, I called the truth about healing. And the reason why I chose this, to call it this, was because during my healing journey, which I believe we're always on, but in the times where I had like an intense trauma or pain or suffering or something really big up for me in my life, when it was like there was no other choice but to heal, like specifically for me after brain surgery, it was the only thing I could focus on. I remember this feeling inside of me that was like, I just want to get rid of this. I want to get away from it. I want to be done. Like, can somebody fix me? I want the thing. I didn't want the pill just because, like, I'm not pills and me are not, it's not my go-to, but I wanted the healer, or I wanted the modality, or there was a time where I wanted like the crystals. Maybe the crystals will help me. Maybe it's this practice that will help me. Maybe it's this teacher that will help me. And I just wanted the thing to get away from what I was feeling. We live in a really impatient culture that loves instant gratification and quick fixes. I don't know like how many like marketing ploys and marketing campaigns I've seen that are promising to heal trauma in 30 days, that are promising in just one session, you're going to have this huge transformation. And while I do believe that miracles are possible and that you can have great amounts of healing and transformation in short periods of time, I also know how the nervous system works, and I also know how the body works. And your current state of what we might call dysregulation or imbalance inside your body and nervous system took you a whole lifetime to get there. And so with these practices that I'm teaching you, it really is a daily practice. It is something that I utilize every day to move the excess stored energy, trauma, emotion. Because as I go through life, more things happen to me. Maybe I'm cut off in traffic. Maybe I get in a fight with my daughter. Maybe I'm dealing with something stressful with my business. So it's continuously happening to me. So there's times when we need to focus more, like maybe you've had a surgery, or maybe it's time for you to heal something from your childhood. But as you start to come to a more balanced state, or as some people call regulated, but I call resourced, because we're never in like a balance where you're never going to change. We're always going up and down. So I want my nervous system to be flexible and to be resilient and to be resourced. So it takes time and commitment for us to keep that for our nervous system, because life is constantly popping us out of it. So the truth about healing is that it's a continual process, and that when I was believing it was going to be one thing, one doctor, one healer, one crystal, that I was really disappointed, and I thought I was failing or I was doing something wrong because I was doing the things, but I wasn't getting the results. And I really thought like, but if I just do that, if I just meditate, if I just have crystals under my bed, if I just do this modality, that it would, be like a magic wand. And that isn't how it worked for me. And sometimes it does, but as a human, in a human body, your nervous system is your operating system. It controls everything else in your body. And just being here as a human, we're constantly bombarded with stimuli, stress. And so that's why I'm committed to doing these practices, to keep moving the energy out of my body. So the practice that we're going to do today, I call sloth mode. And it's because many times when we have these patterns in our life of dealing with things, of handling things, we just go into this autopilot, and we go into, if it's let me think about an experience for me. So let's say I have a lot going on. I have stuff going on with my daughter. I have stuff going on with work. I have, just life is moving really, really, really fast. And I find myself frantically going about my day, not really getting anything done. Maybe I'm bumping into things, and I'm just like, my heart rate is increased. My thoughts are, just like, what's next? But I'm not able to sit and focus or do anything. then this is when I am more likely to hurt myself, more likely to feel feelings of anxiousness, frustration with myself, frustration with the people around me. And so this practice I call sloth mode. And what we do in this practice is when you notice yourself in this frantic, just kind of going about the day, but not really getting anything done, we stop. So the first thing you do is you stop. And then we'll do this practice, but a little differently, because I mean, we're sitting here you're watching me and we're not out in life. So if you were out in life, let's say you were at work and you're just like not really getting anywhere, you're super frustrated with yourself, I want you to just stop. Stopping breaks the pattern. So just realizing that we're in this state, and it's going to feel different for each of you, but look for that time when you're not fully present, you're scattered, you're running around, and try to notice that place for you, and just maybe think of a time when you felt that way as I'm talking about this. And so we'll stop to break the pattern. Excuse me. And then what we'll do to come back into the present, the here now moment, I want you to just tap on your chest with your fist, and you can do this here with me right now. And so that brings you really like back into your body, right into this here now moment. And just play around with the how hard you're hitting your chest. And breathe. This will help bring you right back here, out of the mind, out of the frantic trying to do shit that isn't working for you. And then you're going to just stop. Take a deep breath. And then whatever you were doing, maybe you were trying to get something done at work, or maybe you were trying to do the dishes, or maybe you were doing something with your child. You're going to go into an exaggerated slowness. That's why I call this sloth mode. And so it's not that you're not going to do the thing, but if you are continuing at that frantic pace that feels really fast and activated inside, you're not actually getting it done. So that's why I call this like going slower to go faster, because the more you come present into yourself, into this here now moment, the more you slow down your thoughts, slow down what you're doing, the easier it will actually be to get it done, the better it will feel in your body, the less frantic and overwhelming it will feel. And so let's say we've stopped, we're right here, we've tapped on our chest, and let's say I was trying to finish a project for work. And so instead of jumping back into the project frantically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just breathe, and I'm going to notice. I'm going to say, okay, here's my computer. Okay, let's say I had 17 tabs open and I had a to-do list of 10 things. So I'm going to simplify, and I'm going to put one window up on my computer, and I'm going to say, this is the one thing I am doing right now. So I'm going to noticing my computer, noticing my hands coming to the computer. I'm going to go slow with my breath. I'm going to slow down my thoughts. I'm going to say to myself, okay, and now I'm going to do this one thing. It will feel maybe annoying or uncomfortable at first, but the exaggerated slowness will help you to actually just come back into the here now moment, to come out of the frantic searching. And so then you're going to just come back, do the things slowly, one thing at a time. And if it comes back again with that frantic, but more, you're just going to do the same thing. You're going to come. And so since we're sitting here today, we're not like doing something besides this video, what the practice is going to be is just coming back into yourself. So I want you to take a minute, take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. One more. And you're just going to tap your heart for a few breaths. This here is something you can do anytime as well. It doesn't have to be with this specific practice. Okay, and you're going to come to a pause. And then I want you to look at your hands. And I want you to just notice your fingerprints, notice the creases, notice the lines. And then you're going to find an object off in the distance, something that reminds you you're in this here now moment in your home. For me, again, it's the Christmas tree. You're going to gaze off at your Christmas tree. And then you're going to come back to your hands, maybe looking at the back sides of them now, your fingernails, your knuckles, the tendons and veins, the little small details. And then you're going to gently look off into the distance at the object you've chosen that reminds you you're in this here now moment, safe. Taking a deep breath. And you can continue that as long as you like. And this is something, these are actually 2 exercises, I realize now. The sloth mode one is more like stop, go really, really slow. Both of them, you're going to stop. And then this one is just noticing your hands and then noticing off into the distance. My teaching was a little disorganized today. So it's 2 different things that you can do. The one where you look up close and then look at something off into the distance. And the one where you stop, tap on your heart, and then go super, super slow with whatever activity you were doing for yourself that day. If you found these practices helpful, please like, subscribe, share with someone who you feel they might be supportive for. I will be here every day for the rest of December. Please join me tomorrow, same time, same place. Thank you so much, and I'll see you tomorrow.